Merry Christmas. I haven't made a video in a while, and I thought you all would enjoy this. Without further ado, so today we're gonna talk about albums, and I'm gonna tell you why I love them so much and why I think they are perfect for a family shoot. And of course, if you're doing the year in a life, which if you don't know, the year in a life is me documenting the first year of your baby's life, starting from pregnancy all the way until they're 1 year old. And then at the end of the year, you receive an album. Family clients also take albums because they are great as a gift and they're also great to keep in your family. Today I will show you all the different kind of albums I have. Let's go. So here are all the albums that I have at home right now, and I'm gonna start by explaining what kind of cover you can get for the albums. This one is a linen cover. It's just, yeah, pure linen. It's really beautiful. I really like it. This is my favorite, and it's basically, you can choose the color. This is a colored one, but you can choose a more neutral one like this one. Or now they came out with this new collection. You can see it, it sparkles a little bit. This is a champagne color and they have silver and gold. A bit more festive, but I just wanted to see how they are, so I ordered one. And this is a velvet cover. It's really soft and yeah, it's like velvety. And then they also offer leather albums, which I don't have any because I don't like leather that much. And this is actually going out to a client today, but I just opened it so I can check. And this is a photo cover combined with linen. You can also do, you can combine it with leather, or you can have just photo all around. But this one is photo on one side, and then the linen goes around and wraps it in basically. This one, as you can see, is the same cover as this one. You can see the two linens are matching, and that is because this is a parent album. And what a parent album means is that it's the exact copy of your original album, but it costs a fraction of the price, which is great because, for example, this family, they ordered two for each of their children, so when they move out of the house, they can take these albums with them. You can order this for grandparents, for anyone really, or for your children as well. I think that was a great idea. As you can see, it's a little bit smaller, and but it's still covered. It's still covered in linen, so I think that's very nice. Let's talk about additional options that you can have with your album. So actually, the custom size of an album is 20 by 20, which is this one. And this is a 25 by 25. And most clients upgrade to a 25 to 25 because it's just a little bit nicer and it's bigger and it feels nicer on the hand. You can also get a 30 by 30, which means it's gonna be an additional 5 more centimeters. And then I have this one, which is a 15 by 15. As you can see, and this is just, it was a fun little quirky album I wanted for myself. It's quite thick, so you can still have really nice pictures in there. But it's just a little bit smaller. I prefer the bigger ones. This was actually our first album that we ordered 3 years ago, and it's still in really, really good shape. And the best part about these albums is that they're flat laying, which means I can have one big picture across 2 pages, and it doesn't bother the quality of the photo or how you enjoy the photo because the fold doesn't do anything to the photograph. Of course, you can also have individual photos, but I really enjoy the double ones. See, because you can have one photo really nicely.
And lastly, I wanted to show you all the different covers. These are the linen ones. Of course, at the studio, you can also see real-life samples of these. And these are the leather ones, which I don't have an actual album, but you can still feel and see how the leather is. And this is another option, which is called embossing. And this is a blind embossing, which is only possible on leather because of the visibility. So if you want it on linen, you have to fill it in with color. Like here, you can see it. It can be gold, silver, or copper. They have a lot of different options, but you can also, of course, do it as well on leather. And then this is something new, and I've never seen it in real life, but it's an overprint. And you can do these over the linen albums, which is great because then they don't have to imprint it. And they have a lot of really fun fonts. So if you want to have your child's name or their date of birth or your family name in front of the album, this is a great option. And they also have laser engraving, which means they basically burn it. This is really fun if you have like a family logo, I don't know how they're called, or something like a design that you want to put on, like this one, for example. And one last option is to get a box lid with it. This is a great way to preserve your albums in the long run. You can also get a slip-in box, and it's going to be the same color as your album. Or you can get this clamshell one. It's going to be a mix of leather, linen, but it can also just be the same color as your album. But these are more for the long run. Most of my clients just keep it out, their albums on display. And this is a cotton bag, which is also a handy way to store your album away.
When you order an album, I start making the design, and that is something that you are also gonna take part in. You're gonna select the photos that you want in your album and figure out together what you would like. The size, how many pages you would like, what color the cover should be. So we basically create this album together. And so the reason why I'm working with this company is because all their albums are handmade and they're made with a lot of love and care. In fact, it takes them about 5 to 6 weeks to make an album, which just talks about the quality that they represent. And this is why when families get an album, when I tell them the price, sometimes they're shocked because it's not an album you order from HEMA. Therefore, their price range is a bit higher. I always tell them, look at this more as a family heirloom. It's not just something you buy, look at it a few times, and then you forget about it. It's something that you will value for many years to come, and even, like, I would say generations from now. And that is why those albums that I showed you, where the parents ordered a parent album or the second copy of the album, it was because they wanted to give it to their children, so when they move out of their house, they can take this memory with them. We personally love our album. My daughter looks at it almost daily, and she loves it. And it's just something that I could not reproduce to her on a laptop. I hope this video helped you a little bit to understand how albums look like and how they work a little bit. I had a lot of fun showing them to you. I'm always excited when an album comes in the mail. It's the most exciting mail order I ever get. I love, unpacking them and seeing them before I give it over to the family. And then once families see it, just that feeling of when they're looking through it, like, oh, so beautiful. That feeling is just amazing. I love it. So anyways, thanks for watching, and again, Merry Christmas, and I think I'll make a new video before the new year. Let's hope so. All right, bye.